What is your relationship with your physical world? Do you try to control it? Do you land into absolute ease and flow? Or is it a bit of a combination of the two? Thank you for joining me live and, of course, on the replay. Wherever you may be catching this, let me know you're here. My name is Cindy Van Arnhem, and I am a possibilitarian and master numerologist. And I am so excited to dive into a conversation today around prosperity. One of the things that I learned in the very beginning was how easy it is for us to get caught up in the ego and try to control everything that's happening. I used to be the master at this, and you've heard me say this time and time again, there is no fucking mountain. And what I mean by that is that there is this tendency for the ego to try to figure out how. So, say for example, you've got a big dream. You've got a dream, you want to start your business as a healer, a coach, or a change maker. You want to be supportive, you want to be of impact, you want to make the world a better place. So, you have this desire. And then the ego takes over from there. The ego takes over with all the fear and all of the things, and I need to figure this out, and now I need to build a website, and then I need to figure out how to get clients. How am I going to get paid? How is the biggest dream killer. And the moment you're asking yourself the question, how, is the clearest indication that your ego is trying to control the show. So whatever it is that you're doing, I want to have a deeper relationship with my significant other. The mind goes, how? Not your job to know how. There is no mountain. So recognizing that word how is the first indication, and letting yourself know that, oh, that's me trying to control. That's me working with my programming of my ego instead of allowing it to unfold, instead of allowing it to come from inspiration, which is from the inside, which is that moment of like, oh, let's go do this, or let's make this happen. Oh, what if I talk to so and so? And you reach out to the person that you need, and everything falls into place. So I used to be the master at the how, the master of control. That was my MO for years and years and years. And I can tell you from experience, it doesn't fucking work. So don't do it. Don't do what I did. I'm always joking around. I'm one of those coaches that will demonstrate what not to do as we learn and grow and figure out the things. So as I was building my business, I was a virtual assistant. I figured that I was really good at technology. I knew all these things. I'd taken all this education on how to build a bunch of stuff. And instead of coming from the inside, I was focused on controlling all of the physical world. I was working 15-hour days, 7 days a week, burning the candle at both ends. My relationships were falling apart. My health was falling apart. I was broke as fuck, and my health was failing. It was a disaster. And I remember my now business partner at the time, my mentor, Joy Kingsborough, reaching out to me and saying, if you just meditated more, you would actually make more money. And I remember saying to her, that can't be true. Like, how is that possibly true? That if I go and sit on the patio instead of working harder, that I'll make more money. It didn't make any sense to me at the time. And then she showed me the tools of mastering the brain game through mind shift, through quantum numerology. And I began to understand that everything that we create in our physical world is first created in our interior, spiritual, emotional world first. So the first thing we do is dream about what we want, and then come to a place of accepting that this is possible, that we could actually do this. So I remember when I first got my numerology blueprint from Joy, there was the opening to awareness of, maybe I'm not a virtual assistant. Maybe I'm a coach. Maybe I'm a speaker. Maybe I'm someone who could be of massive impact instead of building websites behind the scenes. Now, if there's anything wrong with that, but it just wasn't me, and I knew that. So I had this awareness that maybe this was possible. And then I needed to land it into the acceptance of, maybe I could do this. Instead of being safe and controlling everything behind the scenes, maybe I could take a leap of faith and jump in and see what happens. But I had to accept that that was possible for myself. And then I had to decide that that was what I was going to do. And in that decision, it required a commitment to myself to no longer hustle and grind behind the scenes, to no longer control every aspect of my life and my business. The attempt to control, because I really wasn't controlling anything. It was out of control. We are not meant to control. That is an ego concept, and it is out of fear. Out of fear of stepping out of our comfort zone, out of fear of what if I can't do this, out of fear of what if people judge me. It's all programming of the ego mind. When we are in ease or flow and operating off inspired action, we're operating from a place of love, of rest, repose, what I like to refer to as dolphin brain, where our intuition is fired up and we have the answers available to us and we just know what's next. And when we are in that place, we have released control. And every once in a while, you hear the word, but how am I going to do that? Pop into your mind, and that's okay. You just recognize it, you interrupt it, you go, oh yeah, no mountain, there's nothing to control here. What's next? And my favorite question now is what's next? Because it's so easy to get caught up in the idea that the physical world is everything, because you can see it, you can perceive it, and you can't see the quantum field, you can only feel the quantum field. And so for some of us, the physical reality feels more real, and yet it's not. The physical reality is the outcome of the inner reality. So we need to get very, very clear on what our emotions are telling us. We need to come into awareness of what's possible for us. We need to accept that that could be true. And then we need to make a decision and a commitment to ourselves to take those steps. When I started meditating, everything got easier. When I started walking away instead of trying to control, everything smoothed out. When I made the decision to commit to myself, to my inner landscape, to the tools that I needed to support myself, everything changed. So I'm going to invite you to explore during this beautiful new moon energy that we're experiencing on a 4 of Diamond day, which is all about control and security and safety and how are my finances? Are you trying to control your money? Are you trying to control your body? Are you trying to control what you eat? Are you trying to control your physical environment? Just notice. There's no judgment for it. We have been brought up in a society that operates on control. So it is no doubt that all of us, every single human on the planet, has a level of control. But what if you could release control just 1% more today? I invite you to explore that and feel into where can I release control just a little bit more today. Thank you for joining me. I love you. I believe in you, and I see your power. Bye for now.